What's up, YouTube? Sciz1 here, and yeah, we're doing a little bit of a different live stream today. Let me just hop over to our page here so I can see you guys in the chat. Yeah, so today I figured what I'd do is show you, since I'm working on something a little bit more in-depth than, say, like our stickers, when we do our sticker session live streams, figured I would show you guys this, and just you can see a little bit of the process that I work through when I'm doing a more of an in-depth piece, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. So with that being said, I've obviously been working on this for a little bit. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep at it here. I figure anyone who has any particular questions can ask them, of course. This is a bit of a nice format for me to get some of the tedious work done and still hang out with you guys. Lewis, what's up? Yeah, for sure, it's been a little while. Noah's here as well, good to see you. But yeah, so we're, this piece says Synergy. It's sort of, long story short, it's like a commission that I'm not really being paid for. Which is a little bit annoying, but I'm doing it anyway. So yeah, I'll give you a bit of a closer look at it here. The purple, the bottom purple that encompasses about half of each letter, I'm gonna be putting some darker sort of like bars in it as like in lines, I guess you would call them. But yeah, that's how we're looking so far. The 3D is gonna be going downward like that. Yeah, that's what's happening. So I'm trying to do like the dark purple bits here first. There's a hair on my marker there. So after this I'm gonna do the outline in black. I don't know how much of that we'll get to on the stream today, but that's sort of the order I do this in. I do the sketch first, then I do... Oh shit, I just used the dark one. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, oh well. I meant to blend it with this one. Already screwing up. Might as well start now using it. There we go. Correct that color a little bit. Yeah, but as I was saying, usually what I do is sketch it out. Then I worry about the fill-in and the 3D, then I add the, what's it called, outline. I think I'm going to outline this one in black. Just sort of works out best, I think. So for sketching, a lot of the same fill-in I do is the same as the spray paint piece, really. I do like the outside edges and then fill it in with the nice cross strokes, I guess they can be called. It's a nice way to do that if you're trying to preserve visibility of like where your outline lines are going to be a little bit. Works well for me anyway. Yeah, so when you're using alcohol markers, really, I would recommend you have a bit of a better paper to work on. I'm cheap, I don't buy good paper, but blending is really hard when you have crappy paper. Getting line or like colors that look consistent throughout the whole piece, that's really hard when you're working on crappy paper as well. It's something I just sort of deal with. I sort of consider it part of the job, I guess. But yeah, if you wanna take your sketching seriously with this kind of medium, then I would definitely recommend some better paper. Can really help you out. So I made over here this part a little bit darker since it comes down enough, and this part over here corresponds to here for symmetry purposes and structure, so I'm going to make this a little bit darker as well. Update just for anyone in the chat who is looking to enter the graffiti battle I've been talking about. I have the battle announcement video filmed and edited. I just need to upload it, and I'm going to try and upload it today, scheduled for tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means, I don't know what time for everyone's individual area, sorry, but yeah, that's what's going to be happening. And I'll tell everyone right now, the due date is going to be August 1st. So, yeah, the battle is going to be roughly 2 weeks, a bit more than 2 weeks to get your entries in. And, of course, in that video, I'll reveal the prizes and all of that fun stuff. Whenever I host battles on our channel, we get a really great response, so I'm really excited to do another one, of course. And I've been having so many people ask me for so long, when's the next battle? When's the next battle? And I mean, I usually just do them when I hit, like, these little subscriber milestones, which is not very often. So, hence the reason for limited battles. Ref, what's going on? Yeah, thank you. I like these colors as well. I'm a little disappointed with the bottom purple, but I will be adding some more purple to it. A different, darker purple. Something I've done with this too is what I'm doing right now, this color that I'm shading over is not the same purple as the fill-in. I filled all this bottom part in with this lavender color here, and I'm going over it all again with whatever this is called, lilac, because it gives it a bit of a different look, a more vibrant look that I'm sort of looking for. But overall, I'm happy with it so far. I don't know how a black outline is going to look on here, but hoping it'll be okay. So yeah, also another reason I'm using this over it is because you can see here the lines from the colors. Again, because I'm using such crappy paper, you gotta go over things a couple times to make the lines a little more consistent. Or the color a little more consistent, I should say. So you don't see the lines so much. You also really have to be careful you're not bleeding colors together too much. Like right here, I let this dry, then I did the same color over it more, so you gotta make sure it's not gonna look super dark or anything like that. So that can happen sometimes. It's definitely not a great or easy thing to fix when it does. So I've been trying to blend these together consistently and make actual good blends for this piece, because this piece might be used for basically sort of like a huge poster, which is sort of annoying because it's a big enough poster that they should have just asked me to paint the wall that they want this poster on. But I'm trying to do a good job of it. Of course, with crappier paper also, hey that hamster, what's up? But with crappier paper also, you gotta be a lot more weary of like the bleeding effect with these markers. Yeah, I mean, eventually you just get used to working with it, I think, but it's nicer to not have to worry about it, obviously, if you want to use good paper. I'll wait to finish that box off. I'm gonna do actual top color here first. Rather than trying to blend these two top colors here, since they're so different, I'm just doing a little effect like this, boxing them off. That's what I did over here as well. And that way I don't have to try and blend two things that are not going to blend unless I'm really trying. And I don't want to have to really try with such an unreliable surface. So question for anyone in the chat too. I just want to see if you guys know this. If you do, let me know why it is better to do your fill-in first on sketches and then do your outlines rather than the outline first. Damn. Brush markers. Need to be a little more careful there. Anyway, if no one's gonna let me know in the chat, Marco, what's up? What's going on? But yeah, if no one has the answer to my question, I will tell you it's important to do the fill and the 3D before you do your outlines, even with markers, because obviously markers, you're not worried about the same stuff with spray paint you are, but something you should be a little worried about is the bleeding effects. And on an outline, you really don't want any bleeding effects. It's like on a spray paint outline, you definitely don't want it to be at all fuzzy or anything like that. So you do it at the end after everything else has dried, basically. But yeah, that's sort of why. So we got the letter G done now. Just have the Y left. And then I'm going to throw on the 3D. I think I'm just going to do like a two-tone gray 3D. I think that'll complement it well. Pro, what's going on? Yeah, so just the Y left. Doing sort of the outer edges of the marker or the letter first also ensures that when you're filling in, you're being really careful not to bleed into the other, or bleed outside of the letter. Oh my god, I can't talk. Because of course if you go further, you might go into the 3D, that's really hard to correct, or just into blank space. That you don't want to have to deal with correcting either. If you want to do a fill-in right with these markers, do it at a slow pace. A lot of the time I'm just not that patient, so I do it fast. If you do it a little slower, you'll be a little more careful too, and you'll probably thank yourself. It's not something I like to do. I'm always in a rush, which is not good because famous saying, you can't rush art. I think that's a famous saying. I don't know. Marco, these are the Copic sketch markers. They, the ones I have a brush tip end here, as well as a chisel tip end. You can get them with a bullet tip end as well, though. I would say they are really good. Color-wise, they have a wonderful color selection. I have all of these ones. I think 72 of them. But I think they have over 300 colors. And the nice thing about the Copic markers is that they're one of the only like higher tier markers that have refills. So if you're actually sketching a lot, it's really helpful. Because some colors you're going to refill all the time, especially a lot of the grays I'm finding. Definitely the black, of course. Some of the, I mean, for me, some of the blues that I use really frequently, things like that. So it's definitely nice to have the refill option. I find, though, that you don't need to refill them too much either. Like, one refill will last you quite a long time compared to other markers I've used. That was one of the main reasons I stopped using iron wax strikers, because they would just dry up. I would use them 1 or 2 times and they would be dried up, and that was really irritating. So the refills and the lifespan of them go a long, long way. And I mean the nibs, the felt nibs or whatever these are made of, the tips, they seem really high quality. None of them have been damaged yet or are fraying at all, and I've used them quite a bit, so I'm really impressed with them. As someone that's been using these for quite a while now, I feel totally comfortable saying they're a really good option. They are expensive though. Being that I haven't used too many other sketching markers, it's sort of hard for me to compare them with other ones specifically. But I guess that's sort of my best opinion I can give, Marco. Hopefully that's helpful. Oh, that's the chisel tip end. Almost done the Y here. Getting to the tricky part, the blending part. I tried to keep the Y sort of the same size as the S. Don't know if that happened. You really got to try and think of these things for like symmetry and structure. A lot of structure really is just symmetry. And considering that kind of thing can really help your pieces out. usually stand up for this. I don't know, sometimes I find it a little, like when you're reaching too far up on the page, it's almost easier to stand. Holy crap, I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. Find with these lighter colors too, you really have to go slow so that they make a consistent line color. All right. Yeah, Marco, I mean, like, if you're looking to get some better markers, I would almost try, like, I mean, going to an art store and buying them is never the cheapest way, but I would almost go to an art store, buy, like, a couple of maybe 2 or 3 types you're interested in, and see that way if you want to buy more of them. That might help. I would never have bought these Copic markers for myself. I was gifted them actually by someone far too generous. So that's how I ended up with them, but I think you can get the Copics online for a semi-reasonable price, I think. Oh shit. Yeah, see, I just went way outside my lines there. That's really bad. Can you guys hear my chair creaking uncontrollably? Minnie, what's up? I know I'm working at a lot of weird angles right now, but I'm trying to just make sure I get this, these lines within the letter. Nice. Just gonna do what I did to the other letters here, add a bit of this second purple in to our bottom purple color, make it a little more consistent. Maybe brighten it up a little bit. That would be nice. Definitely disguise the brush marker strokes a little bit. Good day to you, Junkie. Are you saying good day because you are in Australia? Because if so, I guess you're up extremely early or extremely late. 12 to 12, they're what, like 14-ish? It's like 4 a.m. over there if you're in Australia. Depending on where you are, I guess, in Australia. What time are we at here? We're at 32 minutes. Okay, so 3D time. Let everyone see this a little bit first. I think for 240, okay, so, I guess you're like west-ish area, sort of. I don't know. You guys have weird time zones, too. Alright, so, what am I doing? I need to find a really light... Where are my, cool gray? Nice, nice, nice. Cool gray number 2. Take that one. I'm sure I have... cool gray number 4, that'll work. It's way at the bottom. Cool gray number 2 and 4 can be my 3D colors. Alright. I guess, I can do like the darkness by, I wish I was better at like shadowing 3D effects. Denmark, 1841, so 6:41, okay. Over here where I am, it is 12:35 in the afternoon. So it's bright and sunny. This is why I like my weekend streams, because I get everyone. Like, everyone on the weekend isn't sleeping. If you know what I mean. It's like sort of a... Oh, that's my wrong one. Sort of a better chance to get more people from different areas. Have more friends, you know? Yeah, how do I want to do this? I think I'm just gonna go for it. This is a really light gray, but I want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to here. That's something good. The lighter the color, the easier a mistake is to fix, which is part of why I'm using that. I'm trying to do a bit of like this sort of shadowing effect in the 3D here, sort of like Smo does, I guess. He's obviously the master at it. But yeah, that's sort of what I'm trying to do. Can you guys see that? A little bit of that. It looks worse on camera, actually. Camera really highlights the part that isn't blended. California, yeah, you're early there. You and I live on opposite sides of the continent if you're in California. because I'm in Ontario, Canada. Oh fuck, is this the dark one? God damn it. All right. This 3D blending stuff is hard as hell. It's hard because I never do it. But it's also hard as hell. You have to have a really good sense of like spatial awareness, I guess. This is another place where it's really, really important not to go outside of your lines when you're doing this, because it's super hard to fix. Super, super hard. If anything, try and go a little bit in from where you need to be, just to give yourself a little bit of extra insurance that you're not going to run into your letter colors too much. Because that's, again, really hard to fix that problem. So like right here, I know there's a little white spot, but I know I'm going to be putting the outline, and it's not going to show up, basically. So I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to try and get in there too much and end up making a mistake. Sorry if I'm a little bit quieter than I was. It's only because I'm trying to make sure that I'm sort of doing this a little bit right, at least, with the whole stuff being dark, parts being dark, yada yada. Yeah, Smith, I do have Instagram. I will throw it in the chat in 1 second for you. I haven't posted too much on my Instagram recently, but I do still try and do some posts. It is at Sciz Graffiti. It's just like my YouTube channel, but I'll throw it in here anyway. Yeah. Also, I'm on Facebook, if anyone uses Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, just search Sciz Graffiti as well, but that's my Instagram. I'm always available there if anyone needs to discuss anything, commissions, whatnot, or just chat about graph, of course. Always up for that. If I'm ever like, if I ever respond to you on Instagram or something like that and then sort of disappear for a while, it's probably just because I'm at work or busy or something, but I will always try and make sure I get back to you if I see that I need to. It's a little bit hard because a lot of people message me, like, if, without a doubt, if anyone is ever interested by chance in a commission from me, which isn't really that often, I guarantee you they're gonna text me, like, during my work, and it's like, damn it. So I'm always trying to respond during my work, but, I really, like, my work is a little intense, so I don't really have the time to respond. I shouldn't say intense, it's just, it needs to be attended to then and there. It's that sort of job. Oops, sorry. I just punched the camera trying to scratch my head. What time are we at here? We got 42 minutes. Okay, so we still got like a little bit of time. Yeah, I wish I could get the outline on here for you guys. Maybe though during the week or something I might stream a bit more of this sketch. Let me know in the chat if you guys would like to see more of this sketch streamed. I know I'm showing you a little bit of the 3D process right now. What I could do is sort of finish up the 3D, and then during the week maybe stream the outline and some of the finishing details of it. Something like that. Might be a little cool if you guys are interested, though. Only if you're interested, because I don't want to bore everyone and just do something that no one actually cares about. I figured today that since I have to work on this, it might be a nice change from our usual sticker sesh Saturday/Sunday streams. Yeah, no. We got 2 yeses. 2's enough for me. Since you guys are the ones saying yes, let me know when I should do it. Like during the week, I wouldn't be able to do it until after I'm done work, so like after 5-ish. But what I'll do is I'll put in the on the community tab on my channel, I'll put when I'm gonna do it, so that you guys can check there and see the time that it will be being done in the day. I find usually that's just the easiest way for us to communicate when things are happening across all the time zones and all that. I had planned to stream this yesterday, actually, but, as always, things happened. But I've been really trying to stick to the at least once a week live stream. Okay, point is here. I missed a little bit of 3D. Where's the pencil? If that is my 3D point, I need this to come down to here-ish. Can't miss 3D. But I always do. Without fail, there's always a piece of 3D. That looks a little, like there's some depth to it, maybe a little bit. I don't know, let me know if I'm capturing the effect I'm trying to capture at all. Looks a little different on camera too, actually, which isn't ideal, but... The nice thing about these grays is they're super easy to blend together. I mean, I'm not doing a great job at it by any means, but without trying a lot, you can blend grays together reasonably well. Okay, Marco says it's working. I trust him. Oh, chisel tip end. Ooh, see, I'm bleeding the purple into the gray here a little bit. So I gotta try and be careful of that. That's what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, so just so everyone's aware, for visibility, my streams get cut off at an hour, so we're coming up on the end of it, but I'm trying to get a little bit of this done. At least demonstrate the 3D effect that we're gonna try and get a little bit here. I'll have more of it ready to show at the time of our next stream. Smith says it's good too. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should use like 3 different grays blended together. I don't know. I mean, of course, the more you use, the better, the more realistic it's gonna look. But since I'm sort of just learning this effect, haven't done it a whole lot recently, I'm sticking to just the 2. You don't want to overcomplicate stuff if you're not ready to overcomplicate it. It's something that's very good to learn early on in graph, especially with respect to like letter styles and that sort of thing. That's a whole different topic though, really. Right. these bigger areas are a little bit annoying to do, really, just because it's just a lot of filling in. What time are we at? 52 minutes. We got 8 minutes here. Trying to at least get the Y done. Trying to be really careful in this little area. Okay, that's as close as I'm going to go to that. Hey, you know what? It sort of works out. Like, that's pretty much, in basic terms, the effect I'm going for. It's not super intricate on my end here, but as long as I'm getting it a little bit, it's nice enough. And trust me, the people I'm doing this for aren't going to know the difference, so hate to say it, but there we go. Working in some really tight areas here. Makes me nervous. It's hard enough to work in tight areas. The brush tips really help with that if you know how much pressure to apply. What they don't help with is blending in small areas. Really not easy to do. Or maybe it is for some people, I'm sure it is, but for me it's not. Like I said. Just got this area left in the Y. How old am I? I am in my 20s. I don't really like to be specific, but early 20s. I remember being 15. High school was definitely a time. High school wasn't the funnest time for me, but I don't know. Some people like high school. I didn't really, but... Not that there's anything super wrong with high school. All right. Yeah. So, I think I gotta get cracking and move on to a couple other things today. I'll show you a couple things though that I did. Actually, this is on my Instagram now. I did this a while ago and I never showed it on stream. This is finished product of a sticker I was working on. I think I said in one of my other streams that I was going to show it at some point. So there it is. Let me know what y'all think of it. Yeah, got some other slaps I did here too. Just trying some stuff out. A lot of times when I'm on the phone, I sit down, do some tags if I can do that. I'm one of those people that draws and doodles on the phone all the time. People at work see me doing that and they laugh when I'm on the phone with like people where I'm actually trying to have a serious conversation and at the same time I'm drawing stuff. But yeah, just a few little stickers there. Yeah, but I will try and Marco, thank you. But hey Tudor, what's up? From Romania, damn. Yeah, so I'm sorry Tudor, you're dropping in right at the last minute here. I'm gonna try and I'll probably try and finish some of the 3D up before the next stream, but I'll try and make the next stream sometime this week. And if you guys want to look like on the community tab, at some point this week I will post a thing saying when the next stream will be this week. It's probably, if I had to guess, I'm gonna say that when I look at my calendar, I'm gonna see that Wednesday night is gonna be a good time for me to stream. So right now here, my time, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just so you're aware. So, yeah. Basically, we will see. Stay tuned for that. Or if you just want to know right away, just turn your notifications on. I hate telling people to do that on YouTube because every jerk on YouTube will tell you to do that. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for chatting. Peace. We'll see you next time. Hit me up on Instagram too if you want anything. Peace.